My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. And to read my writing and to see my latest CNN appearances and my MSNBC appearances, you can go to hagoodman.com. I will be on an AMA on Reddit on Wednesday, so you can feel free to ask me anything there. And I have a Huffington Post article out today explaining why it really doesn't matter if the Russians leak Hillary Clinton's emails. It's the corruption within the DNC and within those emails. The corruption pertaining to cheating Bernie Sanders, the fact that Bernie Sanders should be the Democratic nominee, not Clinton, and the fact that these emails resulted in 5 DNC officials, including Debbie Wasserman Schultz, being forced to resign, essentially fired. So that's out today, my latest Huffington Post article. And this segment, I'm going to discuss the Nate Diaz-Conor McGregor fight that I saw on Saturday, so Saturday evening, and why it was infinitely better than the money I spent to watch Mayweather Pacquiao. So Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fought a while back, and it was one of the most hyped fights in a long time. It was a good fight. I didn't feel like I got my money's worth. You can, if you enjoy boxing, or if you enjoy MMA, feel free to share this segment to anybody who might appreciate it. It's not about politics. I know my subscribers watch primarily because I focus on politics, but you can discuss below why you didn't like the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. I didn't like it just because even though, you know, both fighters are champions and Mayweather's one, you know, both fighters are 2 of the best boxers ever. Okay, obviously Floyd Mayweather is unbelievable. So is Pacquiao, but I didn't get the sense that they left everything in that ring. With Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor, it was almost like this. It was the purest, one of the most thrilling fights that I've seen in a long time. Both fighters, Nate Diaz was bloody and he kept fighting, kept coming back. He won the first match between the two. It was only like, a couple weeks notice. Nate Diaz comes in and he wins. This was the second fight. I am definitely watching the third fight because I think that I just think that they're both amazing fighters, and there's something very unique about their rivalry. So, but then this fight Saturday evening, there were ups, downs. The fact that you saw this champion, Conor McGregor, I mean, he was putting everything he had in there. And you can see he was tested beyond belief. And Nate Diaz had already won the first fight, and I'm a big fan of Nick and Nate Diaz. So both brothers are amazing. But you could see that no matter what was happening to Nate Diaz, his face was all bloody. He was getting hit by this, you know, basically world-class. I mean, McGregor could be a world-class boxer. If he wanted to just box, he could be a world-class boxer. His face was bloody. He kept on coming. And, you know, a lot of the fight, Diaz was taking it to McGregor. And so there were moments you didn't know who was going to win. You really didn't know who was going to win. And you can debate below. Already in my last segment, where I even mentioned that I'd be talking about this, people were debating. I'm not going to give my thoughts. You can debate below as to who the real winner was. But, you know, McGregor won. I think he deserved the win. So I guess I gave my thoughts. But I'm looking forward to number 3. So the first one, Nate Diaz won, and he shocked the world. The second one, McGregor came back. And Conor McGregor won. I will definitely be watching the third fight. I recommend, if you are interested in boxing or MMA, or you're not even interested in MMA, but you want an exciting, if you want to watch something that's exciting, that's pure, that isn't rigged, there's a lot of things going on in boxing that don't happen in MMA. And the fact that you saw these two fighters going at it and respecting each other at the end. So the pre-fight the build-up was just insane. So that was entertaining in and of itself. Watching Diaz and McGregor go at it and their teams go at it, that's just that's entertaining, just watching them, you know, attack each other verbally. And both of them are great at that. But when you see the culmination, the actual fight itself, and you can watch it on YouTube, I'll put it below. When you see the fight itself, it's something that when you look at Tyson Holyfield or Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler, or Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns, or Tommy Hearns and Marvin Hagler, I think that I would equate this fight to the Hearns-Hagler fight. And the Hearns-Hagler fight was definitely one of the best boxing matches of all time. So give me your thoughts below. If you're an MMA fan or a boxing fan, who do you think won? You think Diaz actually won? Will you be watching the third of the trilogy, Diaz-McGregor? And also Conor McGregor, and this is something that doesn't happen, it takes a while to happen in boxing. Conor McGregor went from 145 to 170. That's a huge jump. That's a huge jump for an athlete, especially in that sport. And there were a lot of great fighters within that UFC 202 card. So definitely check those fighters out as well. The trilogy will be at apparently 155. So Nate Diaz, I believe, is down to going to 155 as well. It'll be an amazing fight. I'm definitely getting either the pay-per-view or going to a bar and watching it like I did. Probably I'll get the pay-per-view, but and I don't think I'll be disappointed. So a lot of times in boxing, you know, I pay for the fight. I'm like, but this rivalry between the two, they're both champions. Obviously, Conor McGregor has the title, but it's something that I know I'm rambling, but it's something that in this day and age, where you have American politics, I mean, there are just lies, deceit, fabricated. You know, everything's a scandal. They're lying to you. And you have other sports where you're like, it's not like the old days. To see something pure and honest, where you have Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor give not only a performance, but leave their heart and soul in that octagon. It's something that you kind of doesn't happen all the time anymore in this day and age. So it was phenomenal to see, and needless to say, the bar that I was at was going crazy. I mean, crazy every round. So give me your thoughts below on the fight. If you're going to watch the third fight between the two, I don't know when that'll be, but I'm definitely watching that one. And give me your thoughts on MMA and boxing. And to my subscribers who are into MMA or boxing, give me your thoughts or share this segment with anybody who might appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening.